Hello, my name is Donna Ellis. I'm the creator of the Active Rest Fitness Program and Lifestyle, and I am inviting you to meet me on the deck. On the deck is where I help people get active for at least 30 minutes a day by providing workouts to fit any schedule and to eliminate most excuses. I also encourage people to prioritize rest and restorative sleep, to practice mindfulness in their eating habits as well as in their physical abilities, and to build a community of support amongst family members, neighbors, and friends. If any of these things sound interesting to you, then please listen to this video. Like the video by hitting that like button, share the video with someone you love, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also start by taking some actionable steps outlined in this video. Hello. Today's message from the deck today is all about taking a break. My daughter just had a fall break with her school, and they were out for 2 weeks here in Mississippi. And so my family and I, we just decided to take advantage of that time and spend some time together. We traveled a little bit. We spent some time. We got to hang out. I did what I call a semi-sabbatical, where I did have to work a little bit while I was on this break, because I do have days where I can telework, and I also tutor, and because I do that virtually, the tutoring part of it, I do that virtually, so I'm able to do that from anywhere. So I was able to take some time off, travel, and then I just made sure that I had gotten back in time to do my tutoring session. So I just want to talk to you today about taking a fall break, taking a semi-sabbatical, what I've learned about myself and the things that I enjoy by taking that break. And so I titled this one Start by Stopping. And that was a phrase I heard over the weekend during a summit that I'm attending virtually, the Exodus Summit. And it talks about, it helps women, first of all, like make money to move abroad, how to move abroad quickly, how to take a sabbatical, how to take a career break, things of that nature. And so the thing that I participated in was the rest session. And so Dr. Rahim, Octavia Rahim, said something about, first we want to start by stopping. And I thought that that was a good title for this video after hearing that. So the first thing that I learned about myself, and the first thing that I think that we all need to take some time to do, is in order to get some rest and take that break, is we need to stop. And so it's just as simple as that. We get so caught up in our lives, our families, our jobs, our churches, our organizations that we volunteer with or that we participate in, and we don't simply take the time to just stop. And so that's what I did. I either make time or I take time to stop. And so, we've been planning this and thinking about this for a while. My husband, he had already taken off 2 weeks from his job, but I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do that much time, so I had to kind of maneuver mine a little bit and work a little bit while I was on this break. But it gave us a perfect opportunity to just stop. My daughter was not going to be in school. We were going to have some time to just hang out a little bit and be a family and be together. So first of all, it's just making that time and taking that time to stop, so you can go ahead and plan that. We know that the holidays are coming out. We know kids are going to be out for Christmas. Spring break is coming out. You can go ahead and plan those times now, because I do believe that after our experience for this 2 weeks, that is something that my family and I plan to do more often, is align our breaks and things like that with my daughter's break, and just taking some time just to be together, to be at home together, to go on walks together, to spend time together, to just to just be with each other, take that time to stop. So with that, a lot of people say they don't have the time, and I always say you got to make the time. We have the time. We have time to do anything we want to do. We just have to make the time, or just take the time, just snatch it away, and say this is when we're going to stop and we're going to get this break. So that's number one. That's the first thing I had to do. That's the first thing I encourage you to do, is to just stop. The second thing that I got to enjoy, something I learned about I kind of already knew this about myself, but you might want to enjoy it. Is I got to sleep in. So on the days that I didn't have to telework and things like that, which were most days I didn't have to, but I got to sleep in. My goal was no alarm. So I generally wake up pretty early anyway, so I don't really, in most cases, I don't need an alarm if I'm getting up. If I have to be somewhere at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't need an alarm like to wake up around that, or before that time. So I'm generally an early riser. I'm a light sleeper, so any sound, will wake me up. And so, but I did get a chance to sleep in, no alarm. I stopped everything as far as my fitness program. I took a break because usually when I'm on vacation or when I'm away, but when I have things to do with my family, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, or depending on what time zone we're in. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning though to conduct workouts virtually. Excuse me. Um, to wake up and conduct workouts virtually. So either when I'm on military duty, when I'm on vacation, if I'm away, I get up and I conduct those workouts virtually at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, if you're up and having a good time, that night, or you're trying to get some rest and get some sleep, and you're going to be like wanting to hang out with the family and do some things like later that day, or you got to get up and drive somewhere that day. Um, it's kind of rough getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So this time I decided that I will cancel everything. I will shut everything down. I won't have a sub come in because that also takes some work, not a lot, of like communication, updates and things like that. And you just got to, you want to make sure everything is going smoothly in your absence. And so I just decided to put the program on break for the 2 weeks as well, just so I don't have any of that to worry about. I could really take a break. And so that was the other thing. I was able to sleep in by eliminating some of those other things, and I enjoyed it so much. To wake up without an alarm is amazing. And so I take the opportunity to do it anytime I can. I usually have that opportunity on the weekends to wake up without an alarm, but to be able to do it just like on a random Monday is great as well. So that was the second thing I did. The third thing I did after I decided to stop, took some time to sleep in without setting any alarms. I like and enjoy a slow start to my day. And so what I used to do for my 5 o'clock in the morning sessions, I used to have them in person here at my home. And so after everybody would leave, what I would do is I would go through, I would water my flowers, I would sit down on the deck, I would do some breathing treatments, like just do like 2 minutes of breathing treatments, things like that. Just start my day real slow. Once I moved virtually and started doing the workouts in the house before my daughter started school, and I had to, go ahead and get her up, what I would do is I would like walk on the treadmill for about 15 minutes after that workout, just nice, easy, workout. And then I would sit in the sauna for about 15 minutes just to get started. I wasn't in any hurry. I wasn't in a rush. I didn't have to get her up because I would be waiting for my husband to get home to get her. And so I could just take it easy. I could just, and so that was something I got to enjoy, while on these 2 weeks, is that I could get a slow start in the morning. I could lay in the bed and or lie in the bed and play on my phone or read an article or scroll through Facebook or study, because I'm studying for a program, another certification that I want to offer here in the near future. So I got a chance to study and just do what I wanted to do. I didn't have to just jump up and start getting ready and start cooking and getting everybody else ready. We all slept in and started our day, very slowly. We woke up slowly. We got moving a little slower. We just took our time. And so, that was a good experience for us. And I do think that a lot of people could benefit from just getting a good slow start, in the morning, to get their minds right, to get, just to wake up a little bit instead of just jumping up and rushing. The other thing we got to do, and I keep repeating this, is spend time. That's number 4. I got to spend time either with my family or by myself. So my husband is really good about, taking my daughter off and doing things. When I tell him that I need to rest, sometimes he'll take her to the park or take her to his mother's house. They'll go visit his mom, but they'll find something to do that I can rest. And so I got to enjoy some quiet time for myself. I got to allow my husband some quiet time because he works very hard for us, and he works very hard to take care of us, and sometimes he needs rest, but he's not the type of person who will just take rest. So he needed some downtime like this, and so we wanted to make sure we allowed him some time to himself. So he spent a lot of time like going to the gym on his own, you know, by himself. He went in, and even not by himself, but we went some places, and he was able to meet up with some friends and play tennis because he loves to play tennis. So he was able to just get away from us as well. So he wouldn't ever say that he needed a break from us, but you know, he got a chance to do some things that he enjoyed, and then we got a chance to spend time together and enjoy each other. You see me kind of looking off because my neighbors are walking around and a cat is coming up, and now my sister is pulling up, and so I'm gonna have to pause in a little bit because she's gonna want to talk, gonna want to try to talk a little bit. And so we did that, got to spend time. So that was the other thing. The fifth thing that I want to say is we had steady movement. So even though I took a break from the Active Rest Fitness program, that didn't mean that I stopped, you know, being active. And she's gonna come up, she's gonna act the fool. Let me pause right here. I'm gonna go ahead and continue recording. My sister is out there fussing at her son right now. But so I was on number 5. We were talking about steady movement. That even though, you know, we were starting the day slowly, we were spending time together, we didn't stop moving. I had paused the exercise program so that I could, you know, spend more quality time and get more quality rest. Still, we kept moving. One of the days we walked, I think maybe like 13 miles, and then another day we walked around 11 miles. So a lot of that was sightseeing. So even though it wasn't like, you know, intense workout, walking, running, things like that, you know, we still were moving. We were still on the move. So we still got our active part in of the active rest. We were still, you know, we just kept it steady, you know, steady movement. And so that was the, you know, the other thing I got to enjoy is, you know, just working out, not on any particular schedule, not on any particular itinerary, with any particular itinerary. We just got up and did what we wanted to do. And in an earlier video, I think I talked about, you know, when you take the break, you know, it's doing what you want to do, being where you want to be, with whomever you want to be with. And so that basically encapsulated, you know, how we spent our time over the past 2 weeks. We were wherever we wanted to be, doing whatever we wanted to do, either alone or we were with each other. And that's how we, you know, that's how we chose to spend time. The number 6 thing is simplify. We simplified everything. We kept it simple. So when I packed my clothes, I had 2 color schemes that I stuck with. Everything was in that color scheme. So all I needed was 2 pairs of shoes. They were tennis shoes, no heels, no dressing up. I don't vacation like that. And so I was comfortable. Things that I could just pack quickly, switch out quickly. I could mix the tops and the bottoms and things like that. Same thing with my daughter, with my husband. We just kept it simple. We were staying places where, you know, we knew we would have access to a washing machine, so we pack all that stuff. Simple meals. We kind of knew what we wanted to eat. We got things that, you know, that we knew would make for leftovers for the next day, so we didn't have to worry too much about what we're going to eat. We ended up, you know, buying like some lunch meat and some bread and things like that, some chips, juice, making sandwiches, and just, you know, just trying to keep it simple. And also with another thing that a lot of people stress about when they go on vacation or go on break is their hair and things like that. With us, we kept, you know, me and my daughter, we both have natural hair. We kept our styles very simple. My daughter had braids for the first week, and then I had to take those out and get the, you know, and then she just wore her puffs, and then I constantly, you know, I'm always in my puff. And so we just kept our hairstyle simple. We don't travel with a lot of, you know, hair products, styling tools, things like that. So we just simplified, you know, simplified our wardrobe, simplified our food choices, simplified our, you know, just what we needed to do to get ready for the day. And so that was number 6. And then number 7. So let me go over the first 6 with you. These are the first 6 S's that deal with, you know, the lessons I learned and the things I've enjoyed for my semi-sabbatical. So the first one was to stop. I either took time or made time, same with my husband, to take time just to stop and enjoy this time together. What I did enjoy was sleeping in. So there were no alarms. I got some good restorative sleep. Even when I woke up, I was like, oh, that was some good sleep. So my body could tell, I could tell that I got some good restorative sleep. So the third thing I did after sleeping in was I got to a slow start. I took my time. I didn't rush. I laid around, got up when I was ready. I really had time to just really wake up and get up without jumping and going for it. And then number 4, we got to spend time. We got to spend time together. My family and I spend time together or spend time alone, which was very helpful for me. It gave me just time to be at peace, be at rest, to write, to journal, being alone. But I also got to share some time with my daughter and do some things with her. Like we colored together, right? Like sat at the table, did a draw. I haven't colored in a long time. So we colored in a coloring book together. We got to go to the beach together and just hang out at the beach. So spending time either with your loved ones or getting some time to spend alone. And then even though we did take a break from the fitness program, we had steady movement. So it wasn't rushed. It wasn't bound by an itinerary, but it was still steady movement. We just got up and we moved around. We went sightseeing and things like that, and just kept ourselves, moving. And that's one of the ways we stayed healthy, or one of the ways we implemented our healthy lifestyle into our break. We simplified things. That's number 6. We kept things simple, from our, just from our wardrobe to our hair, to our food choices. We kept it simple. We didn't, overcomplicate it. And so that leads me to number 7, doing all these things. Like I told you, I titled it, stopping to start. You have to stop to start. Yeah, start by stopping. That's what it is. Start by stopping. So number 7, start over. It gave me time to bring forth new ideas for my fitness program, for my business as a whole. It gave me time to think about how I want to spend time with my family in the future, whether we like spending time in this way or do we need to shift and go in a different direction. So like I got to think and work on this new program that I want for Active Rest. I got to study for some new certifications and just, quiet things down and let my mind just run through some ideas. And so with that, starting over and getting that time to think about these new things in this new program is either gonna, one of the things I hope it does for me in the future is stimulate business growth. So this is like the start over. I'm, gonna lay out 2 things. First off, I want whatever comes to me to stimulate business growth, right? So Active Rest is a business. I want to be more focused on the business, more intentional, in the business, develop a new program in which, there's another level of like accountability to the program for the participants so that they can see, faster results, and make those lifestyle changes that I always talk about, and not just work out just for the sake of working out, but make it also a lifestyle. So I want to stimulate business growth by, having these new offerings. The second thing that came to me about, starting over and how I want to run Active Rest is I want to silence busyness. And so busyness by definition is basically the state or condition of having a great deal to do. I had to read that off the board there, off my notes. It's a state of condition of just having a great deal to do, just having something to do, just doing stuff. And some people do stuff just to be doing, just to have something to do. And I was in that cycle for a little while where I had to write out, on the board and let my husband know, like, I got tutoring this day, I got this, I got that, I got this workout over here, this workout over here. And then the opportunity presented itself for it to calm some things down. Some things just shifted, some things just changed. Some of the programs went on hiatus and some just, ended altogether. And so that gave me a chance to realize, like, dog, I was like doing a lot of ripping and running. And if you know anything about me, I'm not one of those hustle and grind types of people and go to the money and get up and I'll sleep when I'm dying, or while you sleeping I'm making money. Like, I'm not that type of person. So it gave me, I really appreciated like not having things to do. And so that kind of let me know that I wanted to, silence the busyness, all of that, do this, do that, be here, be there. I don't really want that for my business. So it's also allowing me to think of ways in which, I can either make money, but not by working too much and working too hard, or ways to save money, um, pull back from some things so that I can save money in that way. And that way I don't have to take on like an extra job or an extra project, or just have the need to rip and run all over the place and just constantly be in a state of busyness. I don't really like that. So, that's how this semi sabbatical has shaped me and changed me, and offered some new ideas for me. I hope that you get the opportunity to take a break, take some time off, make time to either spend with yourself or with your family, so that you can, find out the things that you really like, that you really enjoy about yourself, some things that you really would like your life to look like. So take that time, spend some time with yourself, spend some time with your thoughts, and let me know, of course, how it works out. Like I always say, please, you know, watch the video all the way through. If you're made at this point, you've watched it all the way through, I hope. Like the video, subscribe to the video, but also start. Like that's the big thing, is start by taking actionable steps to get to where you want to be in your life. You know, some of these things might not resonate with you, but some of them might. You know, you might hear something and say, hey, I would like a little bit more of that. I would like to sleep in a little bit more. I would like to, you know, start slow in the morning, have my cup of coffee. I don't want to jump up, because for me, and this is like sidetracking, when I jump up in the morning, as soon as the alarm goes off, I get a headache. It triggers a migraine for me. So I have to start slow, just for my wellness and just so I can feel good, you know, throughout the day. So, you know, you can find some things, you know, that, you know, might help you. I hope that this video is encouraging to you. I hope that you're motivated by it. I hope that you go ahead and plan your break. Remember, we have Thanksgiving break coming up, Christmas break coming up soon. It'll be spring break, summer break. You can go ahead and start planning those things now. I already have a portion of our spring break planned because I like to plan ahead. I already have a summer trip planned. Like, I'm in the planning process, but I do know the dates for, you know, my active rest retreat. And so someone is coming out right now. I'm gonna pause real quick. So like I was saying, I hope that, you know, that this video, you know, motivates you. I hope that it encourages you. I've had to pause a couple of times. I do apologize for that. I've been sitting at home all day with no distractions, and as soon as I hit record, my phone started to ring and people started either coming home or stopping by. So I apologize for that. But yes, please let me know if this video helps you at all, and have a great day. I will be talking to you later. Bye-bye.